Hear me and hear me clearly. If you have never been in a domestic violence relationship, never been in a relationship where hands, feet, and pew-pews were being put on you, I don't need your advice. If you have never literally had to remove yourself and multiple children under the age of 3 from a dangerous environment that their father created, I don't need your advice. You may have talked to some people who have. You may have been in the same room as some people who have, but if you personally have never had to deal with the mental baggage of that, the physical baggage of that, the mental torment of that, the mental illness that comes with that, if you've never had to deal with that, baby, your advice is pointless to me. The only thing that you can do is lead me to Christ, which is something that I've already done. I've been led to Christ. Outside of leading me to Christ, you can't do anything for me. You've never lived it. It's very easy to try to tell people what they shoulda, coulda, woulda did if you've never had to be in that situation. If you've never had to decide between attempting to run away, possibly getting killed, or staying and knowing that you're going to be abused, but also knowing that you and your children are going to make it another day, then I don't want to hear your advice. If you've never had to deal with the fact that somebody is telling you that they're going to unalive you and your whole family, that they're going to drive over a bridge with your kids if you try to leave them, if you've never had to deal with somebody breaking everything in your house because you told them you don't want to be with them anymore, if you've never had to deal with somebody breaking your jaw and then breaking into your house after you kick them out, if you've never had to deal with thinking that you kicked somebody out and then waking up to them on your couch, then I don't want you to give me any kind of advice. I've been patient, I've been kind, I've been polite. I have been very empathetic to other people who have never even been in my shoes. I have dealt with the mental torment that comes with attempting to explain my situation to people. I have dealt with the criticism and the disrespect, blatant disrespect that comes from people that are trying to help me. I have dealt with it on social media and in person. I have dealt with it at home and other places. I have dealt with it for so long and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I am an advocate against domestic violence. I speak on the voiceless people, right? I speak for the voiceless people. I'm a voice for the voiceless. The people whose voices always get trampled over, that's who I speak for, right? So I don't care if I got to show a picture of my face when it was bruised up and beaten on. I don't care if I got to show a picture of me wrapping my ribs when they were broken. I don't care if I got to show a video of me getting called out of my name in front of my kids. I don't care what I got to show on social media. That is not me. I've been out of that situation for 4 years. That is not me anymore. That is the old version of me. That is 29-year-old Rosie all the way back to 19-year-old Rosie. That is the Rosie that will never, never reside here again. But if you personally have never dealt with even a pinch of what I've dealt with, then your advice and your criticism means absolutely nothing to me. And I mean that so quite literally. It means nothing to me. Now, I appreciate you for caring, but your version of care is counterproductive. You spreading your rhetoric of what you would have done, what you should have done, what I could have done, what would have been better, doesn't help the fact that there are women who are still living in this situation who will never tell anybody about it and who will die in it because there are people like you who are so judgmental who would never help them out and would just judge them if you knew what they were going through. I guarantee you right now, there is nobody who signs up and says, yes, he hits people. Come over here. Yes, he financially abuses me. Bring him over here. Yes, he takes sex when I say no. He holds me down and does it anyways. Bring him here. Nobody is saying that. But once you get in that situation and you realize you're in that situation, it's already too late. It's already too late. And now you have to figure out a smart way to get out, because guaranteed they've already told you everything they're going to do if you leave. Or you've already tried to leave before and then they've showed you what they would do if you actually did get away from them. And let's not forget about the whole dynamic of if you have kids involved, because if sex is happening, kids are going to keep coming. So if kids are involved while this is happening, now you in mommy mode. Now you in I got to protect my kids no matter what that means it's going to happen to me mode. Now you in I can't tell my family everything, because what if my family come and try to do something to do, and then his family come and try to do something to me? You got so many things that you have to think about when you're in this type of situation. It's never about you. Women who stay in abusive situations, it's never about them. They always stay because they're trying to protect someone else. Whether it's their family because old dude had already told them what they was going to do to their family, or it's their kids because he's already shown her that he is not safe for her kids if he's not with her. So please, if you don't have empathy to even figure out why women stay in these situations, if you don't have empathy to reach out to them and be a helping hand, or to be just that positive person they can talk to even if they keep going back until they get out, if you're not going to be there for the long haul, or at least for her to tell you how she actually feels, then your opinion literally should just stay in your head. Keep it in your head, or keep it in your gossip groups when you talk to your friends, but don't post it online and don't say it to her, because you might be the very reason why she dies in it. It took me almost 7 years to get out of my first one. It took me 3.5 years to get out of my second one. But guess what? Now I'm helping women out every day. I was abused for over 10 years. And I've been using the past 4 years to pull other women out. Blood, sweat, and tears. Don't care how y'all look at me. Don't care what y'all say about me. I'm going to share whatever I got to share to pull somebody else out, to wake somebody else up. I had somebody call me in the middle of the night the other day. Something crazy happened to her. I ain't even gonna talk about it, because if I talk about it, she might know what I'm talking about. I don't even want to bring that in here. But I'm just saying, there are people that you would never think are going through these things that are going through it. All tax brackets, all ages, all different versions of beauty, all different sizes, all different races. The amount of women I've talked to, do you not know I have a chiropractor, a male chiropractor. He has 2 women who work the front desk. One of the women you would have never thought. You would have never thought. She's an RN. She's white. She looks like she's in her 40s. You would have never thought that she was a victim too. There's so many people that I meet, and once I start talking about my story, they'll be like, me too. I've never told anybody that. I just moved past it. I never talked about it, but it kills me every day. Or I'm still hiding from him. Or I still have to share my kids with him and look at him in his face even though he did this to me. Like, there are women who listen, that's a trigger for them. That could take them from 0 to 1,000. Me, I don't care if he was standing in front of me. It would never bring me back to the old version of me that it was. But there are some people that are still being mentally tormented by this, even if they're not even physically in it anymore. So if you've never dealt with it, you don't know what it feels like to have flashbacks about these types of things. You don't know what it feels like to be having a normal conversation with somebody and they say one word that he used to say, and now you turn into a child, scared to move because they made a mannerism or a facial expression that he used to make, and they don't even know they made it. You don't know what it feels like to be prescribed 7 different meds for the mental issues that were caused from what happened. You didn't take none of the meds, but still you were prescribed them. You don't know what none of this stuff feels like because it never happened to you. So your opinion doesn't matter. I'm doing this for God. Jesus Christ, he told me to do this. He told me to make an example out of myself for the greater good of the women who are still in it. And that's what I'm going to do. And guess what? The men who are doing this to women, they're being exposed. The devil is being exposed in them. There are so many men who are abusive, who have stopped being abusive because they watch my content. Literally. I ain't gonna call nobody out and say no names, but I know men who used to hit on women who watched my content and was like, wow, Rosie, I thought that I had an excuse for the way I was acting because da 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 da, but I don't got an excuse. You right. So many lives are being changed. You can't stop it. You can make fun of me. You can say I'm looking for attention. You could say whatever you want to say about me. You can call me fat. Been fat my whole life. Didn't stop me from having 4 kids. Didn't stop me from being married. Didn't stop me from multiple people always trying to get with me every day. You can say whatever you want to say about me or to me. That will never change the fact that I'm doing what God told me to do. It won't shut me up. It won't make me pull my book offline. My book is still on Barnes & Noble and Amazon website. It won't make me stop posting content. It won't make me stop talking. So you should just keep your opinion to yourself if you don't want to be a part of this. If you don't want to be a part of this, that's fine. You don't have to be. But you ain't stopping nothing. Amen. Amen.